Hello, darling hearts. How are you? I just thought I'd jump on and talk about fussy eaters, picky eaters, people with sensory perception disorder in a way. Ones that, they put something in their mouth and just the texture of it in their mouth, they're like, oh, I can't stand that, I can't bear that, and they want to spit it out. And it makes it really difficult for us to feed picky eaters the very foods that are going to actually make them better. So why? What's going on? What's the big story with this fussy and picky eating? Basically, it's really simple. It's a message, and any mother who has a picky eater and is sitting there going, well, they just don't like to eat that. They just, they're ignoring a really important message. And the sooner you can grasp and grab the bull by the horns and actually tackle it, the better. Because the more you allow fussy and picky eaters to carry on being fussy and picky, the more toxic they're going to become, and the more their gut flora, which is damaged, is going to carry on being damaged and stop and not get repaired, basically. Because that's the story. Yesterday we were talking about veganism and how it's an amazing cleanse, but then at a certain point you need to nourish the body. And what happens with fussy and picky eaters is that they've got malnourished, basically, and their gut flora has got out of whack, and they're not actually assimilating their food properly, and the pathogens in the gut are causing toxicity in the system, which affects the brain, which then affects how we perceive things, how you see things, how you sense things with your taste and your smell. Vegans get to a point where they're so malnourished, this has happened, I've seen it so many times, and the thought of putting meat in their mouth makes them feel sick, so they just don't ever again sometimes. What we can do is very slowly, and using the textures and the foods that the child or the person with the eating disorder or the vegan does accept, and then we slowly add in things like stock and things like animal fats. It's really simple, just tiny amounts, just so that the body remembers how to digest them and starts to feed those cells on your gut lining that are producing that lovely mucosal membrane upon which the plethora of amazing bacteria should be thriving. A lovely biodiverse microbiome should be thriving, but the trouble is some pathogens have got their foot in the door and they're having a party down there, and they're spewing out toxins and not giving you your B vitamins and not giving you your serotonin and your dopamine and all of those neurotransmitters. So slowly we just introduce the foods that are going to do the healing into the foods that they're already enjoying. So if they accept a smoothie, great. If they're having a banana smoothie or whatever, with whatever you can manage to get down them, you just add a little bit of stock. Cook your stock with no salt in it. Cook your stock with no onions in it so that you can use your stock for sweet things. Yeah? Cook all your vegetables in stock with a load of butter on it, or a load of lard, or a load of tallow. Get those good fats into them, because that's the thing that's going to heal the gut the quickest. Somebody said to me today, oh, Emma, your skin looks so nice. I said, that's because I eat a whole heap of animal fats. I eat loads of fermented dairy. I eat loads of good fats. It's the one thing, whenever I'm putting the food on the plate, I go, where's my fats, where's my ferments? That's like a rule if you want really healthy gut flora. You need fats and ferments. This is one of my favourite books by Sandor Kantz, a little book about wild fermentation. Think about it. Before the dawning of the age of the fridge, all of our foods would have been preserved by fermentation. That's where we got beer from, that's where we got bread from, that's where we got cheese from. And then suddenly the fridge came along and we started pasteurising everything, and it's basically dead food. Pasteurised food is dead food. So we need to bring in the ferments, and fermented dairy is one of the quickest ways to do that. If you want to learn all about how to eat as your great-grandmother did. That's what it was this 93-year-old lady said to me, and maybe she's 98 actually. She's a lovely old lady. She said, your skin, Emma, is so lovely. I said, I eat a load of saturated fat. She said, do you? I thought, that's really bad for us, isn't it? Because it's still, generally held belief out there in the mainstream that saturated fats will do us damage, because they've done a really good job of, advertising that low-fat spreads will help with your cholesterol, and, hi Wendy, hi Lana, hi Freya, hi. Saturated fats are what we're made of. Mother's milk is 50% saturated fats. Every cell in your body has a cell membrane of phospholipids, which are fats, all of your insulation around your electrical wiring, your nervous system, myelin, is made of fats. We need a lot of fats. So, yeah, I was very grateful to be complimented on my skin, and I tell you what it's all about. It's tallow. I moisturise with tallow. I moisturise with tallow and olive oil mixed together in a kind of balm with a little bit of lavender oil in it. And sometimes I put some 24-hour fermented cream in there as well, which is going to give me the good fats from the dairy. It's going to cover my skin with lactobacillus, because every single square millimetre of you is thriving, or should be thriving, with a biodiverse biome. We're made of germs, right? The more we try and kill germs, the more we're killing ourselves. So fussy and picky eaters need a lot of ferments, and they need a lot of good fats. And if you want to know how, just click on the link in my bio and have a look at the link tree. Think that I've got a GAPS app for you, teaching you how to cook all the meals. And if you want to, I've got an excellent deal on my website, timelesscookery.com, to work with me one-to-one at the moment. We can get over fussy eating. Fussy eating is all about a broken microbiome, and it's actually really easy to fix it. We just got to get in a few habits in the kitchen. Make our own yogurt. It's not difficult. Make the stock pot. It takes 5 minutes to put on a stock pot. You can go and have a look at the GAPS app. There's a little free download in the GAPS app of how to make a stock pot if you want to know all about that. Or work with me one-to-one if you're really stuck, which so many people seem to be. You see so many children having meltdowns in the supermarkets trying to, get their sugar fix and get they're eating bland foods that are beige coloured. They just want crackers, they just want rice, they just want bananas, they just want yogurt. That's it. That's kind of like that. This is a sure sign that their gut microbiome's broken. And it's actually really easy to slowly but surely take steps to introduce the ferments, which is what we've evolved with. All these centuries, millennia, we've evolved with ferments, and it's only since the dawning of the age of the fridge that we started pasteurising and preserving. Really read your labels. If anything's got preservatives in it, guess what it's doing? It's preserving your insides. We're supposed to be culturing and cultivating a diverse microbiome, and we do that with ferments. This is Sandor Kantz. He's an amazing guy. So yeah, see me at Timeless Cookery, and let me help you. Lots of love. See you soon. Bye.